Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Caruso. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Here's Caruso. Stolen by Rodman. An even 3-on-3 break. Doncic outside. A floater. Doncic grabs the miss. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. 6-point game. And Durant gets it to go.
Boy, that mid-range J from KD can put people to sleep, boy. Tough to guard him at all three levels.
Chris and out of bounds as Pittsburgh gains possession. Charlotte making a switch here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Caruso. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Pulls up on the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Doncic with it. Now defended by Adebayo. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Offline with his three. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Charlotte leading by 4. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Adebayo with the bucket.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Here's Banchero. A shot missing. Some solid defense by Rodman. Here's Sexton. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Charlotte. They're up by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here's Lillard. Second shot opportunity. And Wembanyama with the layup. Wembanyama's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Charlotte. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Outside for Durant. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's Garnett. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Charlotte leading by 6. Wembanyama, a screen. And that one's good. Lillard.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Unloads from 13. They grab their own miss. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
It's Wembanyama, top of the key. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Kicks it out to Banchero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Banchero's got the lead up to 9 now for Charlotte.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
So both teams making some changes here. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Let's now check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Dennis Rodman. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Charlotte's head athletic trainer, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
5 to shoot. Here's Durant. Strong finish by KD.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allow him to still make it happen.
Edwards, no good. Pittsburgh trails by 7. KG, that's good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard outside. Pass to Banchero. Count it. Banchero's got 5 points so far.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do. Durant always ready to throw it down. You can't let him get close to the rack.
To the inside. Here's Christie. Pittsburgh pulls it in. And here's Adebayo. Tries from 10. Wembanyama with the rebound. And so Edwards will bring it up for Charlotte. Banchero with the screen. They double him with Adebayo. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Doncic. Strong drive by Doncic.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
And Doncic throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Jackson misses. Doncic outside. Doncic converts inside.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Charlotte heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pittsburgh trails by 7. Doncic right side. Back to Caruso. From deep, Rodman. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Luka with so many physical gifts, taking flight right there.
Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. Pass to Rodman. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Now here's Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Back to KD. Fires from deep. No good on that one. Charlotte leading by 9. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Rodman no good. For the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. And here's Charlotte. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Pittsburgh trails by 12. Over in the corner, Caruso. Back to Doncic. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. For 3, Edwards. Kicks it out to Rodman. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does.
Boy, there is no quit in Doncic. He competes every play, every game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Substitution for Pittsburgh.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Sexton.
Can they get it? Hands it from downtown. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. .158 left to play here in the 3rd. Edwards with it. He has 5. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from 3 over his career. It's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Sexton. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Christie. Back to Edwards. A three-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. To the paint. Pass to KD. And that time, also a missed shot. Charlotte leading by 19 points. Here's Christie. Inside. Over Adebayo. Christie can't make it. Sexton on the wing. 5 points in the game. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Caruso. And here's Garnett. Over Rodman. And Garnett misses. Rodman looking it over. No good on the triple. Fires from way outside. And so it's Charlotte taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Lillard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by KD. Towns wide open. Off target with his three. Pittsburgh trails by 19. Right side, Kevin Durant. Here's the teardrop. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Ball stolen. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Doncic right side. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
Here's Doncic. Wembanyama, a screen. Doncic, no good. Pittsburgh trails by 19.
Charlotte foul. Doug Christie. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And finished off by KD.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
It's Edwards on the wing. They get it back. Pass to Wembanyama. Out to Edwards. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nailed from three-point land.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Pittsburgh ball.
And so it looks like Pittsburgh will retain possession here. Pittsburgh making a switch here.
Number 2, Colin Sexton.
.152 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 3. Lets it go. Here's Rodman. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Rodman. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Another shot. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive by Charlotte. On the wing, Doncic. Over Rodman. Here's Christie. And finally they hit one.
Willing to do the dirty work. Christie with the second chance opportunity and points.
Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Pittsburgh with the possession here. .104 left in the game. And stolen by Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Sexton. To the middle. Durant with some nice D. Outside, Sexton. Second chance shot. Rejected by Ben Carroll. Rodman, no luck. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Third team foul.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Micic. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Here's Adebayo. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Shooting for Pittsburgh, Idris Bam Adebayo. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he ends up missing both free throws. Lillard from outside. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was